A vote to authorize a strike, possible troubles on the way for Hershey Park after the union rejects a tentative contract deal. A couple charged with keeping hundreds of rats inside a condemned home, some as big as a small cat. The update concerning a home in Stilton that becomes a health hazard to the area. Taking an active stance against violence. The critical meeting happening tonight that's hoping to get the York City community involved in hopes of saving lives.
A very summer-like weekend coming our way with heat, humidity, and even the chance for a few isolated thunderstorms. We'll show you the timing and details in the 10-day forecast.
And the Children's Miracle Network Telethon is in full swing.
We are getting ready for the big grand finale later this evening. We'll talk with a miracle child, now a miracle adult.
Yes, man.
Who you helped give the gift of growing up.
WGAL News 8 at 4 starts now.
Potentially a bumpy summer at the sweetest place on earth. After weeks of back and forth, could some workers at Hershey Park and entertainment venues be walking off the job, putting vacation plans in jeopardy? Welcome to News 8 at 4, everybody. I'm Michael Fuller. A vote to authorize a strike after a setback in contract negotiations with Hershey Entertainment and Resorts is the latest in the ongoing work saga. And News 8's Tom Lehman has more from downtown Hershey. Tom.
Well, Michael, after it was announced not too long ago that there was a tentative agreement between the negotiating parties, Hershey Resorts and Entertainment now telling WGAL that the union members that represent the people who work at Hershey Park and a couple other facilities under the Hershey branch did not ratify that agreement. And a union worker who spoke with News 8 on the condition of anonymity because they're not authorized to speak publicly about the matter says that a strike was authorized. Earlier today, we heard from Hershey Resorts and Entertainment. They said they were not made aware of a potential work stoppage, but they were hoping negotiations would continue with Chocolate Workers Local 464. The breakdown is the latest development that comes as the post-Memorial Day summer season arrives and tourism is a huge issue. Some have pointed to as a concern that if there is a strike, there could potentially be disruptions at park operations. Now, the collective bargaining affects workers at Hershey Park, the Giant Center, and Hotel Hershey, according to Hershey Resorts and Entertainment. Now, the union did not respond to requests for comments officially, and as you heard, Hershey Resorts and Entertainment said they want to continue negotiations. Coming up at 5, we'll talk a little bit about the impacts to tourism here in Dauphin County that you see economically and what it could potentially mean if there are any issues when it comes to park operations. In Derry Township, Tom Lehman, WGAL News 8.
Tom, thank you. Well, new at 4, a Dauphin County couple is charged after police say hundreds of, quote, street rats were discovered living in a condemned home in Stilton. 37-year-old Thomas and 43-year-old Jennifer Bush are facing multiple charges, including cruelty to animals and criminal trespassing. Police say Jennifer Bush and said she had captured about 150 baby rats and was caring for them in a home on South Harrisburg Street. Police say Jennifer even had to euthanize some of the rats and that some were the size of small cats. Court documents state the home had been condemned since July of 2025 with an additional condemnation notice posted in October of 2025 because of the infestation. The incident remains under investigation. Also in Stilton, as the school year ends, the borough police are reminding teenagers officers are continuing curfew enforcement. It's a part of the ongoing efforts to promote public safety. Already during an operation last night, the department investigated 19 minors during a curfew enforcement operation. Police said the goal is education and prevention, meaning everyone was warned and released to their parents. Repeat offenders will be cited for violations. And according to the borough curfew ordinance, juvenile 15 years old or younger are not allowed to be out on public streets between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. and juveniles between 16 and 17 years old are not allowed between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. Well, tonight, leaders in York are taking an active stance against violence. The community is invited to AGVI output meeting, and News 8's Marcy Walsh is live in York to explain what leaders hope this meeting will accomplish. Hey there, Marcy.
Hey, Michael, the theme tonight is where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Following several deadly instances of violence across the Susquehanna Valley, leaders tonight hope to give an update on the GVI program, about the work they've been doing, and have a discussion about where they can take it in the future. So now GVI stands for Group Violence Initiative. What started as a means to address gun violence among repeat offenders has now become a community outreach effort. Teams have boots on the ground, working where they are most needed in the community. The initiative is working towards the goal of more graduations and less funerals. Amid instances of deadly violence across the Susquehanna Valley in the past few weeks, Police Commissioner Michael Muldrow says tonight is a chance for the community to come together and make change amid the pain.
It's going to create an opportunity to take the collective angst that everybody's feeling right now, and we'll be able to channel it. We're going to be able to channel that and bring everybody together and start to take that pain and turn it into purpose and give people an outlet for how they can get involved. Like right now, while everybody's charged up.
So this meeting kicks off at 5:30 tonight here at Still Meadow Church in York, and everyone is invited to attend. Coming up on News 8 at 5, we'll hear from the head of the GVI program about why attending tonight's meeting is so crucial. Live in York City, I'm Marcy Walsh, WGAL News 8.
Important work going on there in York. All right, Marcy, thank you. Well, right now in Dauphin County, 8 people are without a home after 2 apartments caught fire this morning in Stilton. This happened around 2 this morning on North 2nd Street. Stilton's fire chief says the fire started in the back of the apartment building. The cause, well, that's still under investigation. They say no one was hurt, but the house has been condemned. Also in Dauphin County, crews put out a fire at a pizza shop in Lower Paxton Township. This started just after 10 last night in the kitchen of Roberto's Pizza on Jonestown Road. Fire crews say they contained the fire to that area. They say the fire was put out in about 40 minutes. Well, heading outside, taking a live look over Gettysburg. It is a hot one, and the humidity is slowly creeping back up before it fully returns tomorrow. And we could be in for some rain this weekend. Let's get a check on your forecast with meteorologist Mike Susko. Mike, what's in store for us?
Well, Michael, the summer heat and humidity is returning to the Susquehanna Valley as we go into your Friday and Saturday. We'll get highs in the 90s tomorrow, along with that higher humidity. So hopefully you're able to take advantage of the nice weather right now, because now it's only going to start getting more and more humid. Hershey, though, we got a little bit of high clouds there at the moment. Hopefully those move out by the time we get into the night tonight. As we look at temperatures, 90 in Gettysburg, but a bit cooler in Harrisburg, 85, 86 for Lancaster. It's 84 in York, 83 in Chambersburg, and 84 up in Lewistown. Storm Team Light Radar Network looking good. High pressure's in control still, and that's bringing in the nice weather for the next 24 hours. As we go into the night tonight, we will continue to see those clouds begin to thin out a little bit, dropping back into the low 60s. Tomorrow, a high of 90 is expected. But when we look at the forecast for your Saturday, we are tracking the potential for some afternoon or evening thunderstorms, some of which could be on the strong side. The Storm Prediction Center has now moved that marginal risk from earlier, just from our northwest counties to the entire area. We'll talk about that, Michael, coming up here in just a little bit.